Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. And hey, stick around for us tonight. We're going to recap the Venice game, and like I said on the live stream, we got questions. We got questions. So Coach Smith is going to hang out with us, and then we're going to preview the Uni game, and then I want to follow up on that special announcement that we put out earlier this week. So most of you probably already know, but just stick around after the intro, and we're gonna have some fun with Coach Smith. And like I said, recap and preview last week and this week. So stay tuned and welcome to the show. Another episode of This Week in Pali Football.
Hey, win on me, win on three, ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Oh, yeah! Stop playing with a beat! 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 Stop playing with a beat!
Some call it the gridiron.
Nice run, way to skim it.
Others, 100 yards of pay.
Too much.
We just like to call it football.
Football.
With Facebook James.
Football, baby.
Football, baby, indeed. What's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live again from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side, and we're coming to you live from what I call the Dolphin Den. So just welcome to the show. Man, just feeling good right about now. We're near the end of the season. We've had 9 games. We've had 9 consecutive weeks of This Week in Pali Football. So life is good over here in what I call the Dolphin Den. So welcome to the show. If you happen to be watching, if you're watching live, like some of our viewers are right now, let me see if I can go ahead and pop this on the screen real quick. So let me get this out of here because Tom is not here yet. He did say beat Venice, and we actually did. So Maureen Lascala, she's here. She says, go Pally. Thank you, Maureen, for showing up. And then we see Tanisha Blake. She says, good evening, Mr. Riley. Well, good evening to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. And then she also says, congratulations to Coach Smith. And we'll kind of talk about that a little bit in the show as we move ahead. And then Tanisha just gonna giving us some claps, some clapping back at us. So thank you for being here. And if you happen to be watching live, go ahead and just make sure you drop a comment like our wonderful viewers did have done so already. And if you happen to watch the replay, go ahead and do us a favor and put in hashtag replay squad. I know some of you guys watch. Some of y'all don't like to comment. Y'all just some voyeurs, just checking out what we're doing. But it's all good. It's all good. We appreciate your support for Pali Football. So let's go ahead and just kind of recap a couple of things before we have our special guest. So this week right here, this is the week. This is week number 10. Can you believe it? It's here. We've gone through 9 games so far in this season. And, one thing about Pali Football, once the season begins, it goes and goes, and it just goes really, really quick. And so we're at our final game of the season, which is our annual senior night. And so we'll be recognizing our seniors. So if you are a senior parent, I know Tanisha is. Tanisha, we want to make sure that you're there. Please be there by 6:15. Just put in your mind, your mental Rolodex. I need to be there by 6:15 because who knows what might happen as you come down to Mexico. It might be a lot of traffic. It might be an accident. Who knows? Who knows? But try and get there. So the senior night festivities will take place between the JV game and the varsity football game. So I believe the actual activities will begin around 6:40, I believe. So I'm just saying, please be there by 6:15 just to make sure that you have your seat, that you're ready. And when your time is called upon to come down to the field, come on down and, hoot and holler. And we got some giveaways, some special recognition for the boys. So come on and be a part of it. It's a wonderful, wonderful time to celebrate all the seniors. And, what better way to go out than with the win? And so hopefully hopefully the boys will play really, really hard and they'll earn the victory as well. And then just another note, it is Blackout Friday. So, if you want to wear some black, I'm wearing black right now. I'm wearing my Puma fit, my LA Dodger hat. wear some black just to support the team. I'm sure they'll be dressed in their black unis. And so we're going to go out with a bang and just come on out and celebrate with us. And we're going to have some fun. So again, 6:30 or 6:15, the earlier the better, because you never know. You never know what you never know what can happen. She says, I can't believe it. Yes. Yes. Crying. And now we move into the playoffs. And so we'll talk about that. If you can get there at 5:30, I believe that's what you're saying. If you can get there at 5:30, that'd be great as well. That's even better, right? So just put that. And I think the time of the game, and we'll double check with Coach. I believe the varsity game is at 7:30. So we'll double check that. On the graphic here, it says 7 p.m. But I think I saw something today that said 7:30. So we'll clarify and make sure that you're there on time to celebrate with her seniors. Other than that, man, just get ready for playoff football. There might be a bye week and all that kind of good stuff. We'll see. We'll talk to Coach about that in a couple of moments. Other than that, man, I think we're ready. Tanisha says that she will be there. Absolutely. Be there, be square. We're going to have a wonderful time over there on the football field, recognizing our seniors. So let's go ahead and bring in the man, the myth, the legend. That is Coach Smith. Coach Smith, what's going on? How you feeling?
Feeling good. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Oh, man, as always. And let's go ahead and get the elephant out the room. Let's go ahead and get it out the room really, really quick, because we heard some people saying, hey, congratulations. And we kind of talked it up a little bit. Check out this right here. Check this out right here. You know that guy? Do you know that guy?
I know him a little bit. He doesn't like to smile. I've been told so.
Man, listen, congratulations. The Chargers, LA Chargers Coach of the Week for Week 9. We were going hard on social media trying to make sure that you won. I believe we've won just about every time we've had a Coach of the Week. I have to double check. But I remember Coach Hyduke. I know he was nominated. Definitely remember Coach Hyde. I know he was nominated. I think we won. I'm not too sure. But, that was in the past. Now we're talking about the present. So congratulations, man. What a wonderful honor. What did you think when you got the email or text that you were the Coach of the Week?
When I got the nomination, I was surprised. I didn't even know there was a Coach of the Week, to be honest with you. So when I got the email, surprised and happy at the same time. And then, I got on our app and just said, let's get this done. And, I thought it would be great for our program with the money that comes with the win, and also just putting our program out on the map. And, I just thought overall it would be good for the program, good for, obviously money wise, we could always use money to go anywhere. And, I just thought also for our coaching staff, who's done a great job all season, helping me out. I couldn't be more, happy to have a staff with me all year. And I told him today, my name's on this award, but I've never been at practice or a game by myself. So this is a collective win for the whole staff.
Absolutely. No, and what I liked about it, I really love, my brother-in-law, he sent a text in the group message. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, oh, let's get this thing started, right? So, and then this morning he sent, Coach Smith won. And then just the outpouring of, from some of the other coaches who I'm friends with in social media, like Coach Reed. I saw some of his posts just saying, hey, and you're right. You've never been on the field by yourself. These guys have hung out with you. So not only is it for Coach Smith, but I love it because it recognizes and elevates the Palisades football program. So again, congratulations not only to you but to your staff, because I know you guys have worked hard since the springtime, putting things together, getting the boys ready. And so just again, congratulations, man. And if you get tickets, I just live right next door. It's just right over there. I can walk.
I don't know how many I get, but I know a couple parents said, how do we get tickets and celebrate? So as many people that can come, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
But I also want to say thank you to the parents and their friends and whoever voted. As soon as I sent the word out on the app, they were right on it. voting, sending it out to everybody. So I just want to thank the parents. We have the greatest parents I've been around, and
Yeah.
this community that's been in the football program, and the new regime is. I mean, I can't express how grateful I am to everybody. So thank you, whoever's listening. Thank the parents. I'll thank them when I see them, and just love everybody.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm almost sure we've had it'd be kind of anxious. I would love to see how many times, like some of our students, and because we put it on our Pally football social media, on especially on Facebook with the stories and reels. And so I'd just be anxious to know how many of our alumni and students, current and present, or current and past students, actually voted. I know when I took a peek this morning, it was like at maybe 3,700 votes, and I was really tempted. I was really tempted to vote for one of the other coaches just to see what their count was. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to be surprised, just like everyone else. So again, congratulations. It was a wonderful event by the Pally football community. Whether you're a current baller, past, present, football parent, whatever, we appreciate it. And I'm sure Coach Smith and the staff really appreciates it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just started working on campus last week, and all the students who I didn't know came up to me and said, I voted for you, coach, and good luck, coach. So
Yeah.
it's been humbling a couple of days for sure.
Absolutely. And you know what? I meant to ask you about that last week. And so, let's go ahead and take, you've had a shift with jobs. And so how is it now being on campus all the time with, the Pally, staff? You're part of the staff now. And also, you able to see your guys on campus. And so how's that, been for you for the first week and a half, 2 weeks now?
It's been good. I mean, when I walk through the halls during class, I see a lot of football players. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but no, it's been good. It's actually kind of brought me and the kids together a little bit closer. We were able to just talk a lot of them on a more personal level, and outside of football, it's not always me yelling or getting on them about stuff. And the kids laugh when they see me on campus, and it's been good for the relationship between me and the players. So it's funny. I think the last 2 weeks that I've been on campus, practice has been a little bit more up tempo. The energy's been there, so I think it's been good. In that regard.
Yeah, I think just in my mindset, it would feel better that you have your coach there on campus all the time, and so you never know when and where he might pop up. And if you happen to be a footballer and you're doing something crazy, then it's like, okay, you might need to run a couple of couple more laps around, or do a couple of extra push-ups, or whatever the case might be. And on vice versa, if you're doing something great on campus, your coach is privy to what's happening. So I think it's a win-win situation when coaches are actually employed by the school and not just come in from somewhere else. And so again, congratulations on that. And I know it's going to make a big difference on the players and probably on the staff up there at Pally.
Yeah, no, it's been really nice. We've had the good and bad. Obviously, the players do see me and they kind of turn the other way. But also at the same time, today I got a report from another staff member saying, your football players are really helpful, and they're very respectful. So that's the joy I get when I walk through campus, when security guards or other teachers say, your football player did something that was positive. So like I said, it's been a good experience since I started last Monday, and just hope to continue that.
Absolutely. Rico Rashid says, congrats, Coach Smith. Tanisha, she's popping bottles over there and giving you some blue hearts. I believe Maureen, she just saying Yahoo, 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 because of the victory, being coach of the week. And then Maureen also wants to know, she says, can you explain, did you just join the Pally staff? So, and then Tanisha, she kind of responded back, said, yes, this is his first season with Pally. So if you want to kind of clarify kind of what we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks, just so the Pali football community can know that you've made a transition. So go ahead, Coach. Go ahead and share with the Pali football community, especially Maureen, who's kind of inquisitive right now.
Yeah, so I used to work at an elementary school in Santa Monica. So when I got the head coaching job, I left there just to kind of, get a feel of just how everything works with Pally, trying to implement everything, my system. And then recently, last Monday, I got a job on campus working with the special ed staff. So right now I'm a special ed assistant, and I have a one-on-one who's autistic, who I spend a lot of time with on campus. So actually, the kid that I work with who's autistic went to the school that I used to work at. So I've been familiar with him the last. He's a 10th grader now, so maybe the last 5 years or so. 5 years ago, I would say. I haven't seen him in a while, but he doesn't remember me, but obviously I remember him. And so it's been a good experience. We've got some good chemistry going on so far. So
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a little worried in this, and that's why I'm able to walk the halls and see my football players and other
Absolutely.
people. But it's been a good experience so far.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful because my professional job is I'm in the special education as well, being a preschool teacher with students on the autism spectrum as well. So I kind of get it when you say because sometimes I've seen my former students on campus. They might either continue on my campus or they might matriculate to another campus. But those who remain on campus, I'm always every time I see them, hey, they might not remember that I was their teacher, but
Right.
I always say, hey, what's my name, and they're, oh, you're Mr. Riley, Mr. Riley. So I totally get it. And plus you've already built up a kind of relationship. Who he is and where he came from, so that's going to help you transition just a little bit easier into your new situation. So again, congratulations, Coach, and I'm sure
Thank
it's going
you.
to work out. You're going to have fun with it, and welcome to the world of special education.
Thank you. I tip my hat off to everybody who's done it for a long time. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's
Yes.
something you want to do. So
Yeah.
it's been a great experience.
Yeah, no, there's good days and bad days like today, and then after this we can hop into Pally football. Like, so I have 5 students who are who enrolled in my classroom. However, 3 were absent today. So, I told my staff, it's myself and 3 other adults in the classroom. I'm like, look, it's going to be a long day because we only have 2 students, right? And so at the end of the day, one of my assistants was like, well, man, that felt like 5 or 6 kids. I was like, I told you from the beginning, it's going to
Right.
be a little work. It's going to seem like 2 kiddos, but it's going to work out. So let's go ahead and
Right.
transition over to Pally football, man. So we had a wonderful, wonderful win. Was dubbed our rivals some time ago, and I guess I saw a blurb about being our arch rival. So, accolades again, man. We just got to keep giving you the accolades and, dropping down the confetti. Let me see if I can get my confetti back on the screen, man. Because, you did your thing Friday night. You did your thing, Coach, against Venice. Just tell us, what was the game plan, and did you execute your game plan? Well, I'm sure you executed your game plan as best as you could because we came out on top. But just kind of tell us about your first experience being involved in the Venice Pally football rivalry.
It was a roller coaster of emotions. We started off slow. They scored first. We couldn't get anything going offensively. Um, well, let me go back. Our game plan was just, you know, continue to run the ball like we did previous other games. Obviously, we threw a little bit more against Westchester, but we want to kind of get back to running the ball. Um, Unfortunately, Harrison went out early, so a lot of the game plan that we did have running the ball kind of went away. Terrell's been battling some injuries, so we couldn't really run the ball the way we wanted to. Even though he still had a great game, he still ran the ball hard. I just didn't want to run him too much because of his injury. So things changed a little bit, but we were still able to execute, the run the best way we could. We knew it was going to be a hard fought game. We knew just because Venice, struck, wasn't they're not as good as they were in the past. Record wise, it's still a rivalry game. Angelo's a great coach. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy game, so I just kept telling the kids, if we play our game, execute, we'll be fine. Don't worry about what they do. Let's worry about us, and let's just dominate. And defense played a great game. We had a couple mishaps, obviously, but I thought overall they played a good game, and they made stops when we needed to. And um, you know, what I was proud of is a lot of times we make mistakes, we put our head down, we kind of get laxed, and throughout the game, we made a mistake and we answered everything they did, and that's what I was the most proud of. Just not letting the game get away from us, and if something bad happened, we just brush it off and then let's play another game down. So just overall, I was really happy with the way we finished the game.
No, it was a great game, and I even said, I kind of felt, as Michael, Tom Michael says, "Congrats, coach." A lot of Pali people all over the state were dancing and toasting on Friday night. Love to see everyone's joy. Nah, man. I mean, man. Listen, like I said, after 19 straight seasons of winning of losing against Venice, and for us to come out and do what we did last week, in my mind, I was, not I was kind of relaxed, and in some years I've been kind of tense just because of the banter that's going back and forth. You kind of see some of the social media posts, and just I just felt a peace with it. I was like, okay, this is going to be a nice, easy, well, not easy game, but just I just felt relaxed, right? And even more relaxed when my kids, played. Probably because I don't have, like I said, I have my nephew, but he's not my, like I said on the live stream, he's my nephew. He's not my son, right? So it's a little bit different. But I felt at peace. I felt calm as the game progressed. Yes, they came out and struck first, but you and the boys, they kind of battled. And despite or in spite of them, maybe losing players to another school or whatever, they came out and executed to the best. And I think they did keep their head up high, even though they didn't score first. Um, excuse what's going on in the background. Uh, but yeah, I mean, they came out. You guys came out now. Uh, the first touchdown, I believe that was the first. The touchdown was from Roman to Terrell. Was that the first touchdown?
I think. Oh my God, what was the first touchdown? I can't remember.
Okay, so
I think
so
it was.
so
It
let
was a
me.
running touchdown.
Okay, it could have been. I don't know. I was trying to look at and see, coach. I was over here trying to look for some stats. I didn't see any stats over here. So I'm like,
I'm working out. I'm sorry.
I know, right? Okay, so you guys are driving, and I love the way that you guys kind of gave a balanced attack, right? You ran Terrell, especially at the end of the game, and I kind of understood why you ran him, because you wanted to run the clock out. But there was, and I even on the live stream, I said I got questions. There was a 4th and 9, right? 4th and 9. This might have been our first score. I'm not too sure. 4th and 9. You went for it, and I kind of understood why, because if we were to punt it, um, it wouldn't have really made any sense, because we were kind of close to the goal line, and it was probably out of Kellen's range for a field goal. So I understood why you went on 4th and 9. And, Roman went back, he saw Terrell on a spin route, caught the ball. Terrell was able to get into the end zone. Talk about how just setting up that particular play, like I said, I don't know if it was the first touchdown, but it was a touchdown. You caught it on the 4th and 9. Just kind of tell us your mindset for going on a 4th and 9 like that.
I, I don't know if that's the one you're talking about in the second quarter, going towards the scoreboard. I think that was the one to Terrell.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I think that was the third touchdown towards right before halftime. But just my philosophy on going for it on 4th down is, like you said, every day practice we have a mark where Kellen can kick it. So wherever we are on the field, I know That's my range. Now, if we're, let's say, between the 40 and 50 and we think we can get a first down, I'll go for it. Or if our defense is playing well and we think we could play the field position game, we'll punt it. So, it's all kind of a feel in that moment. I would say for back that we're going to punt the ball. But once we get past that 50, it's just kind of do we want to pin it down or do we want to go for it? And if we see something that we like, we'll go for it. So it's just all a feel.
Okay, so Rico says the first touchdown was from Roman to Braden. So yeah, we're talking, a little bit later on. I just said forget Brady, forget Brady. Let me go ahead and get to this 4th and 9 play. Like I said, I had questions, and being a Pali football person, I understood, and I probably answered my own question with my question to you, and you kind of supported my answer. So that was cool. But I just thought that was a sweet, nifty play, only because a lot of times I'm not able to catch the passes from the beginning to the end, especially if they're on the opposite side of the field, right? Because I believe there was a pass for number 16, LaHenry Solomon. I think he caught a pass on the opposite side of the field. I was unable to catch it. But this pass from Roman to Terrell, I saw Roman spin out, on the wheel route, I guess. And Terrell's like, hey, I'm open. And so, Roman's like, whew, and it was just like, it was just like, wonderful for me to capture it. And, I have it clipped up. I need to go ahead and post it. But it was just such a wonderful pass play. And I think it took guts to go on the 4th and 9. And so, if you make the touchdown, everybody is happy. But then if you don't, because I believe there was another 4th and long or something that you guys went for it, and there might have been an interception.
That was the fourth quarter, towards the end of the game. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if it was 3rd and 5 or something, or 4th and 5.
Yeah, it was kind of long.
Yeah.
So what was your mindset? Again, going to the mindset, just thinking about, because I heard the oohs and ahs and folks. You hear the people in the background ask, and I'm like, okay, y'all hold on. Let me get to Tuesday. We gonna win the game. Let me just ask him that question. So go ahead, tell us about just your mindset, leading up to that play, and then going forward. We kind of know what happened now, but just kind of your mindset about choosing that particular play at that portion of the game.
So my plan for those next 2 drives was just to run the clock out. We were running the ball. I planned on running. What happens is when you run the ball over and over again, they start bringing more and more people inside the box, which is between the tackle and tackle. Now, we practice, if there's 7 guys in the box, 8 guys in the box, we just can't block it. 1, it's too much for the lineman to block. 2, I'm not going to run my running back at 8 guys. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Well, the week before against Westchester, we ran a play where Braden scored off the post, which was a play action play. So Terrell runs over to the sideline on that next play and said, there's 2 in the box, we can't run it. Let's run the play we had did the previous week when we scored. I said, I was just thinking that as well. Let's try it. Unfortunately, Braden ran the right route. The lineman pulled the wrong way, which brought pressure into Roman's face. Roman thought it was the play from last week because he thought Braden was running a post instead of the post corner. Braden was wide open, but with the pressure in his face, he couldn't see that Braden was open in the corner, and he actually thought he was running a post. So I felt like it was the right call in that moment. They were bringing pressure. They had guys in the box. We all agreed, like, we can't run it in this moment. Let's just try to fake him out with play action. Worst case scenario, he gets outside and he can run it for a first down. He got pressure, he threw it up, and it was an interception. So, I always trust the players. They're on the field. I say, if you see anything, you come back and let me know, and we'll try it out. Me and Terrell were on the same page. I was literally thinking the same thing, and he ran over and said, let's run this. So I said, okay, let's do it. I trust you. And just unfortunately, we just didn't execute it the way we should have. But if we actually pulled the other way and he would have got out, it was wide open, and it was just miscommunication on a few players' parts. So, that's what happened.
Yeah, no, and we talk a lot about our offense, right? And we'll talk about Terrell in a moment. We talk a lot about our offense, and so there's times when football is is a game of X's and O's, and O's, and you you have to gamble sometimes, and so sometimes
Right.
you get bit on the gambles, sometimes you win, right? So like
Right.
going back to Terrell, that pass from Roman Terrell, that was a win-win situation, right? And
Right.
so on the one where it's an interception, when you gamble, sometimes sometimes you lose, and so but here's the thing. Our offense was clicking, but so was our defense. Our defense, man, looking at the stats that are in for defense, looking at some of the stats for defense, man, they were on point. Let me go ahead and bring up some of the defensive stats real quick. Let me see. Yeah. I was looking at them, and man, just the boys were all over. I know Evan Nierenberg, he was just all over the place, making awesome tackles. So let me just go ahead and look at the defensive stats real quick. All right, I'm just giving Coach a hard time because he's been busy. So here we go. Okay, so talking about our offense, offense played awesome Friday night, but our defense really stood out, and so just looking at some of the tackles, Evan Nierenberg, 11 tackles. I haven't seen that many in a long time by one player, not even any of my sons, right? 11 is pretty dope. Cash Allen, 10 tackles. There's two players, I think, Rowan and Jesse, that had 8 tackles. So our defense was on point right when we needed them to be. And then especially at the end of the game. Coach, go ahead and kind of speak to the defensive side of the ball and just, give those boys some accolades.
Yeah, let's start with Evan. I mean, I hate to be a quarterback playing against Evan. He's quick off the ball. He's always in your face. He's long. I mean, he has speed, strong. I mean, there's not a lot of people we've played that can stop him. So, he battled that injury early, and we knew once he was healthy again, he's going to wreak havoc. So, and that's exactly what he's done. And, he had all those tackles. He's had big sacks when we needed them. I think he had a sack at the end of the game against Venice when we needed it. He just played great. Like you said, Cash, he was on a lot of tackles. Like you said, 10 tackles. Just the linebacking core. Even Jesse, he played really good. Had a tackle for loss when we needed it. Matthew Spoonermore, there was on that interception at the end, towards the end of the game. I said, we were walking back. I said, man, I need one right here. And literally the next play, I think Evan hit him. Ball popped in the air. Spoon intercepted it. So, those seniors made huge plays when we needed it. It's the defense is really playing well, keeping us in games, and it's making up for our offensive mistakes. We just need that complete game from offense just to help the defense out as well. And just our defense. I can't say enough about the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just looking at Evan Nierenberg. He had 7 TFLs. So those of you who don't know what a TFL is, a tackle for loss. So basically you tackle them behind the line of scrimmage. And so that's pretty dope. Just for him to get back there 7 times and get a TFL, that's either they were just giving him the TFLs, or he was working his behind off to get back there to disrupt whatever they were trying to bring. He was like, nah, not on my watch, not today. We're going to do what we need to do to get this win. So, hats off to Evan and the rest of the defensive staff. They just, defensive players, they just really did their thing. Go ahead, Coach.
I want to shout out Rowan Flynn. We moved him to nose guard, and he was in the backfield as well. That kid, I mean, he's not the biggest kid, but he has the biggest heart. And where we put him, he does. He's in the backfield. He makes trouble for the offensive line and the defense. The quarterback. And I mean, he had a great game as well. So Rowan Flynn has really, really stepped up this year.
Absolutely. No, these boys were on there. They were on one. They were on one, especially at the end of the game where, again, they, we were driving and then we coughed it up a little bit, had a miscue. But then, these boys, I believe it was a 4 and out. I'm not too sure. We got the ball right back and just, you did what you needed to do. But before we talk about, because I still want to talk about Terrell a little bit longer, because that was the guy I interviewed at the end of the game. So let me just kind of pose this question real quick and go back to our regular scenes here. So Rico, who's watching on YouTube, thank you, Rico, for being here. He says, please explain the flag on the Saxon hit. So I know what I saw, but I'll let you. I don't know if he had a chance to talk to the ref. He kind of gave a little explanation to me. So go ahead and coach. Let's see it from your point of view.
Yeah, I knew right away it was going to be a penalty just because. So the rule is the hit is legal, but you have to wrap up. So if he'd have went and wrapped his arms around him and tackled him, it would have been a legal hit. The fact that he kind of went high on the kid was the reason why that was a flag. So it's kind of like a defensive player. It's kind of on that borderline, but all he had to do was just wrap up and tackle him, and it would have been a legal hit. So I wasn't. None of us was mad at Saxon. I mean, it was a great hit. I'll take that any time of the game. But we just told him, nothing wrong with it. Just wrap up and you're fine. So that was the penalty.
Yeah, just Rico's also saying that Rowan is a beast. Absolutely, he is a beast, and this is the time for the boys to step up and get into their defensive routines, making sure that they're understanding the concepts, understanding what the players across for them are going to bring, and just making adjustments there on the field. And so, defense is definitely a reactionary kind of position. And so they've been making some wonderful, wonderful adjustments, during the first half of the game. We've always had a pretty decent defense, but, just doing what they did last week, allowing only 24 points, in the game, which is, good. It kind of, I think they were averaging about 19 points per game. So they went a little bit over, but that's still fine because, we went very close to our average score for each of the games. So yeah, that was basically kind of how the play was explained to me by the side judge. He was just like, yeah, you kind of also needed a little bit more time to kind of react. If he caught the pass and made a football move, it probably wouldn't have been a flag. But that was it was a good hit. It was nothing that if he's gonna catch it or didn't catch it, as he didn't catch it, he was gonna get popped.
Right.
And so that's the nature of that's the nature of football. So
you're not going to come over the middle again. So I'll take the 15-yard penalty than give up a wide open throw. So
absolutely,
like I told Saxon, keep playing your game. We're good.
Yeah. So let's go back to Terrell real quick. Like I said, he was kind of like, if I had to give a game ball out, he was definitely my dude. At the very end of the game, you said he was kind of injured. You really wouldn't know it because at the end of the game, you just kept feeding him and feed him and feed him. You kind of doing the Ezekiel Elliott, right? And he gained probably about 3 or 4 yards every time he got the ball and just kind of kept the sticks moving. Was that your intent at the end of the game to kind of keep him in the game and to rely solely on him? I think you said Harrison was out at that point. So was that kind of your thought process for allowing him just to run all those times at the end of the game?
Yeah, Harrison came out, I think, the second drive of the game, so he missed the whole game pretty much. But yeah, like I said, the drive before when we threw the interception, my plan was to just run the clock out or run the ball. But like I said, we kind of saw something different and things changed. So I told the kids on that last drive, I said, we're not passing the ball. Let's finish it and run down the throats. And we had that fourth, and shout out to Shiloh. He had a huge hit, a huge block that kind of saved the game. I don't know if it was fourth down or third and short, but he made a block. You can hear it. It was loud. And we got the first down on that play. And so I just told the line, I said, we're coming right behind you guys. We're going to finish this game off with you. We called one of our plays. I told Roston, I said, we're running the ball right behind you. All we need is 2 first downs. Game's over. And the kids gave it to us. So shout out to the linemen. Terrell's been kind of battling an injury since Helmington. He's just been working hard. And like you said, you wouldn't know it. He just, he's that kid, man, for his size, is plays big. So, I said, this is our bread and butter for the last few weeks. We're going to end this game on you guys. So let's do it. And they did it.
No, it was great for them to go ahead and get the win. And then what I was really um, happy about. Sometimes we don't get to see too much emotion from you, and if we do see emotion, it's kind of uh, you're kind of frustrated, right? You kind of angry on the sidelines, right? As a couple of times you were, especially with the Saxon hit. There was a play of I think the referee had thrown on Coach Reed because they were kind of going back. Coach Reed had stopped talking, and then coaches,
Yeah.
the ref kind of still threw the flag. We're like, okay, dude, really? That was 5 seconds ago. Why are you throwing the flag? You late.
Right.
Anyway, but at the end of the game, and I probably should have clipped this out, man. You ran with the boys and you were jumping up and down. That's something I had never seen any of our previous coaches, get into it. Just kind of talk about just some of the emotions at the end of the game as you kind of celebrated there with the boys on the field.
Well, first of all, my knee hates me because it's been swollen since Friday night. But no, I really just thought the last couple of games, I could kind of see the kids not really. There's been frustration with the kids even after a win, and just this game, they, I just saw the excitement on every single kid, and it really made me feel good. And the kids were really into the game, and it's the first time I hugged Evan all year. I turned around and he's excited, and we hugged and embraced right at, before the game ended. And it's a league it's a league win. The kids really wanted to beat Venice after what happened last year. Everybody was focused all week, and they just really wanted to win. So I was happy to be able to be a part of that. And I wasn't expecting the kids to jump up after what I said. So I just got happy, and just you don't really plan emotions; it just happens. And the kids were jumping up, so I thought I should jump up too. But next time I'll jump on one leg because my knee is not really cooperating right now. So,
Yeah.
but it's just been a good year, and like I said, beating your rival, undefeated in the league so far, and beating your rival to win league was just awesome feeling. So
Yeah.
I'll do it again. We win another championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me. I actually have it queued up over here. Let me see if I can. I'm not too sure if I got the audio. I definitely got the video. Let me see. Here we go. I think I was talking right there. So there we go, right there. I just want to get a part of you kind of jumping up and down, and I think you had said, what did you tell the boys at this point?
I said, "Shh! Do you guys hear?" I think I said, "Do you guys hear? That's a league title or something." I forgot something like that. I said it sounds like a league title or something like that. Yeah.
No, that was so awesome, and it was authentic. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have scripted any better. Just the boys were happy and excited. I think even the parents were excited and happy. Like Tom said, people across the state were jumping up and down, and so great win, and we glad it took place on Friday night, and just so happy. Oh, one more coach before we one more question about not necessarily about this game, but it's about a particular player. I'm gonna say that for the end. I'm gonna say that for the end because I do want to share the video of me talking to Terrell. So let's go ahead and run that real quick. You can give some thoughts on Terrell, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the preview. Let me just stop this video over here real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and run Terrell's video interview, and then you can kind of talk about him, what he means to the team, and then we'll go ahead and preview the upcoming game against University High School. So here is the clip for Terrell Watson. Hey, what's going on? This is Mr. Roddy coming to you live.
Love you, Terrell.
So I still have the scene from last week. So hold on, let me go ahead and do my thing. This is a live show right here. Sometimes we don't. I knew I dropped it. I know I had it. So let me go ahead and drop it in real quick, so that we can. But go ahead and you can, while I'm doing that, you can go ahead and tell us about just Terrell's importance to the team, and just the grit and the grind that he had near the end in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough about something like that. When you need a big play, when you need a first down, or whatever it is, it's great to have a player like that. And it's funny. I told his mom in the beginning of the season. I said, I get emails from parents who say their kids are, this or that, and it's very refreshing to finally get an email from a parent and it comes true. So, I never seen Terrell play until this year, obviously, and just the first play I saw him, I was like, this guy's going to be something special and very important for us, and he hasn't let us down at all. So, even with his injury, like you said, hasn't shown it at all, and just to be able to count on somebody to finish a game the way he did against Venice, I mean, it was very refreshing, and somebody that can run the ball between the tackles. We could swing him out, catch ball passes, and he plays special teams early on, and he's an all around athlete for us.
Absolutely. Okay. With that being said, we have the tape ready for Terrell.
All right.
So let's go ahead and roll tape. Appreciate you, Coach. What's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Coast, the West Side, and I have my man Terrell Watson. Man, he was just running his behind off today. Man, first of all, congratulations. We're here at Venice. We ruined their homecoming. You guys came out, smacked them in the mouth. You did what you needed to do, man. Congratulations on your win. And this is probably for the Western League Championship, man. How do you feel about this?
I mean, it feels good. Last year, they took a pretty bad beating, 60-14. We came out, executed, did what we need to do all week, and we just came out here and worked hard.
Now, how did you prepare? I did talk to Coach Smith a little bit. He kind of told me what he did on his behalf. How did you and the players really think about this whole rivalry? I mean, we had a ton of Pali football alum watching. What did this football game mean to you personally, and also for the Palisades football team?
This game meant a lot because my seniors, they're going to leave next year. I just felt like I had to prove something to everybody watching. My seniors, they're going to leave, as I said. And this game just meant a lot. So,
absolutely, man. So yeah, you talked about the 60-14, loss, shellacking last year. It didn't leave a good taste in our mouths, and so I'm so happy. And that, as you can see, your teammates are definitely happy at the win. The fourth quarter, man, was definitely all you, aside from the air pass that Roman threw. How did you feel, first of all, about getting all of the reps in the fourth quarter as you guys chewed on the clock?
I felt good. I felt like we was just going to come out in the fourth quarter and just beat them even worse. I knew I was going to get a lot of carries in the second half, as Coach told me. I just felt like I needed to do what I needed to do, and my O-line did what they needed to do.
Absolutely.
And we all executed.
Absolutely. No, O-line was up there pushing, and I even commentated on the live stream. It's offensive line against defensive line, and you didn't have any long breakout runs, but you did have one nice catch from Roman. Tell us how that whole play worked out for you guys.
He told me to run a check down. I didn't see nobody in front of me. I kept running. Dude pulled my jersey. I extended the arm out and just caught it with one hand.
No, that was a sweet play, because I was even saying, it's like, look, I hope they run a play to the right side so we can catch it. And we caught Roman throwing the ball, and I think we caught your back receiving the ball. So just a wonderful game, man. If I had a game EP, it would be you, my man, because you kind of put your team on the back in the fourth quarter. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And we look forward to next week. Next week is University.
Mm-hmm.
How will you prepare for University?
Just like every week, I'm going to prepare, get my mind right, try to get my body right. Just same memo every day.
Absolutely. Well, go ahead, man. Congratulations again. Go hang out, celebrate with your team, man. This is Mr. Riley signing off with my MVP for tonight's game, Terrell Watson. Man, he just put up some wonderful numbers, and I can't wait to see what the final numbers for this guy, what he did on the football field tonight. So on behalf of Terrell, I'm Facebook James, or Mr. Riley, coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, where Pali football just defeated Venice on their homecoming night, 28-24. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pali. Yeah, man. No, I was super stoked. That he's a special young man. He's a special young man. I love the way he's able to articulate clearly, his thoughts, and just reflecting on the team and his position, and just how the boys in front of him just made it happen. So, man, I think Terrell Watson is a special dude, and hopefully he'll come prepared on Friday to continue doing what he does.
No, he is, and like I said, not only physically can he do stuff, mentally, he'll come and say, I see, I think I see this, we should try this. And, I trust him with, everything he sees on the field. So, it's, like I said, it's good to have a player like that where you can, trust to get feedback and, a lot of times it works. So only problem I have with him is that he's a Cowboys fan.
See, there you go. There you go, Coach. You keep with these subtle digs, man. You keep with these subtle digs. I don't know, man. Oh man, that's funny. No, he's a special young man, and shout out to him. And then I had the clip of his sister saying, she was saying that she loves her big brother. So I'll go ahead and play that real quick, just in case the Watson family is watching. So Terrell, this is for you from your sister. Hopefully, we'll clip it out, and but this is how she feels about you.
Love you, Terrell.
Yeah. There you go. It's always good to have that sisterly love, and just such a wonderful young man. And last thing before we move on, I was able to find that clip, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can show it real quick, and it might have some sound. So let's go ahead, and this is the clip. This is my favorite play of the game. So here we go.
So they're taking the gamble. Roman takes a snap. He's looking. You got right here, number 15. That's the touchdown. There's a flag, too. So we're going to see what that flag is. That was a touchdown. You saw Roman and Tyrell Watson. Let's see what it is. Way to go, Tyrell.
Yeah, I couldn't even remember what the flag, if they picked it up or if they added on the PAT or the kickoff. I don't know. I'll just know is we got a touchdown, and I was able to see it from start to finish, and so that was my big, that's my fan moment right there. I'm not throwing any shakes. I know earlier I said, when in the interview with Terrell, I had said something about, Roman's miscue. No shade, okay? Just trust me, no shade on Roman. Everyone makes mistakes. So, Roman's my dude as well. So, but I was happy that I was able to get that, because so often, some of the plays are on the far side of the field and I can't get them. And so, I was just kind of happy at that camera work right there. that Roman was
No, it was
able
actually pass interference. They
Okay.
call pass interference, and so they put
on the
the flag
defense.
up. I couldn't see it, so I thought he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So I didn't celebrate, and then they threw the flag. So
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Yeah. So, all of these are my
That's the
dudes.
first time I actually seen the play. So
Really?
That was a great.
Okay. Yeah. No. That was just something I kind of clipped out, and so I was gonna put it on our social media. So I still will. Just trying to figure out how and when and all this other kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and move on over to Coach to the University game. University comes in at stumbling 2-7. We are 7-2, so we kind of flip flop it a little bit. And let's kind of check out some of their stats so far in the season. Just waiting for, come on, Max Preps. Just wait for Max Preps over here to do what they do. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. So, and let's just kind of go down the special row right here. Go down memory lane, because it seems like it was so far away. We had El Camino, Roosevelt, Granada Hills, St. Genevieve, Brentwood, Hamilton, Fairfax, Westchester, Venice, man. And so now our final home game of the season, again, Palisades is 7-2, University's 2-7. So here's kind of what it looks like. And I think I need to hit preview. There we go. So if we preview this game, what do you know about this particular team, Coach?
When I know they have a new coaching staff, so a lot of stuff that happened last year, thrown out the window. New staff, so I'm sure they're going to be hungry, playing hard. And I told my kids too. I said I wasn't here last year. I don't know Uni, so this is my first time. So I'm not going to take them for granted. Same thing with them. This is their first time playing Pali. I'm sure they have a different game plan coming in against us. So, first part of the game is going to see, a field game, see how we, fill each other out, and we know they don't do a lot of stuff.
Right.
They play straight up, 4-3 defense. They don't blitz a lot, so we'll expect that, and they're gonna watch our film and see what they can exploit. So, I think it'd be a good game for us. I'm a little less nervous than I've been in the last few weeks, so
Right.
but still don't want to take this for granted at all.
Absolutely. You can play a little bit with your hair down, so to speak.
Right.
So yeah, just kind of looking at some of their stats. They're 0-4 in league, 2-4 at home, away 0-3, points for 179 points, points against 216. Us on the opposite side, we're 7-2, 4-0 in league, 4-1 at home, 3-1 away. We've won 77% of our games. Points for 268, points against 236. And if you look at the team scoring averages, again, being the data analysis, using the analytic, if you will, on paper, we should win this game based on what you see right here in terms of the average score. But again, the boys have to take the field, just like the college and the pros and anybody else. On any given Sunday, Uni can step up and win, capitalize on some of our mistakes. So we have to be smart, play our game, and so that we can prove, what this team scoring averages is all about. If we let them score 20 points a game and we score 30 points a game, then guess what? We gonna win. So, but again, they still have to come out and play the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then team comparison again, just rushing yards per game, Palisades 96. And I know we're kind of short some yards for some of the games. University 121 passing yards. See, now check this out. This is, now, and then max preps, and I'm going to show you sometimes there's a little discrepancy, right? So they're showing 32 yards of passing yardage per game. We're at 105. Total yards per game, you see that. Tackles per game, sacks per game, points per game. So I just showed you what the scoring average was. And this is my only thing with max prep. Sometimes they're not accurate in some of the data points that they share. So it's showing us 30 points a game, but down here it's showing points per game 18, and then for university it shows 6. So somewhere they gotta kind of clean it up a little bit and figure out get some more accurate data stats. And then you see some of the team leaders, Terrell Watson, Roman Lascala, Saxon Wald, Evan Narenberg, and Terrell Watson again. So just it's going to be a wonderful contest. We're going to celebrate our seniors, and you see some of the common opponents. Again, we're 4-0. And we haven't talked too much about being the Western League champion, maybe because we haven't played our final game of the season. We will be crowned once we win, or if we win. So maybe talk about just that dynamic, you coming out your first season here at Pali, and we have the potential to be Western League champions here at Palisades.
No, obviously when I first got hired, that was our goal, and I felt like we had the team to do it, the players to do it, and obviously we coming in the season we knew Venice was going to be the team to beat for league, but we always felt like it was our league to take, and I tell them every week, I said, if we play Pali football, this is our league to take, and we've done that each week, the last 4 weeks, so. Just obviously first year, happy to get this accomplishment, but we're not done. We still got playoffs coming up. We don't want to just stop at league. We want to win CIF city section and, stay as far as we can go. So obviously
Absolutely.
Happy about it. Accomplishment first year, but there's more I want to win. So don't want to stop here.
Absolutely. And then I just wanted to go back to this graphic right here that says we are ranked currently, according to Max Preps, we're ranked number 8 in the city. So I'm not too sure if that qualifies us for a first week bye. And sometimes when you get to you know, being 6, 7, and 8 and 9 in the city, sometimes the ranking might depend because there's another ranking system that they use called Cal Preps, which kind of really is supposed to be a little bit more analytical and put the teams right where they should be. So right now we're in Max Preps, we're ranked to number 8. So I don't know. Do you know if that qualifies our team for a first week bye as being
Yeah.
ranked number 8?
Sorry. Yeah. So all the top 8 teams go into the open division, and then the open division. Everybody in the open division, they don't play the first week. So playoffs for Division 1, 2, and 3 start will be next week, and then all the top 8 teams will have that bye next week, and then prepare for the following week. So yeah, we will have a bye going in.
Got you. So, so if the standings in the LA City section, section remain, most likely, maybe we can jump up a level to maybe 7. But right now we're ranked at 6, and so we'll just have to wait and see once the playoff picture becomes a little bit clearer. After tomorrow, and so as soon as we know, we'll notify the Pali football community so that way they can be informed and make plans and all this other kind of good stuff. It's an exciting time of the football season. Yeah, we know it's almost over, but there's still a whole bunch of football left to be played. And so let's go ahead and dig into some of these final comments real quick, Coach. Reggie T. Hammond Sr. says, the game is totally different from way back in the 80s. Absolutely. It's, I don't want to, I didn't play, but it is different. The sizes of some of the guys are a little bit different. And our guys are, they have bounced back like Spoonermore. He got injured in the second half, and I don't know, I don't know what the injury was, but he was able to come back in the game and play. So hats off to him. Go ahead, Coach.
He was just cramping. That's all.
Okay, got you. Yeah, because he was out there laying it out, and so Rico says Roston had a great blocking game. Okay, thank you, Rico. Appreciate it. You sound like a player, Rico. I'm gonna have to see who you are, man. Tanisha says, yes, we were super happy for the team, and I think when we were talking about how you were jumping up and down with the team, I think that's what Tanisha was talking about. As you can see, I kind of got back. Got tied up with some of our comments. Rico also says Terrell is a tough kid and a natural running back. Absolutely. I totally agree. Tony Graham says that was the best high school football game ever I've been to. Thank you, Tony. And she also says, congrats, Coach. And then she also says their cheerleaders were savage too. Bring it on. Absolutely. Yes, they were. The cheerleaders, I know because I'm a proud father of a cheerleader. They have these battle cheers that they can battle back and forth with the opposite team. And so I think they only did a couple of battle cheers. And here's the thing, Coach. Some of the parents, they love the battle cheers as well. So like at the Westchester game, some of the parents went up to my wife, who's kind of, cheerleading mom. They're like, hey, can we get some of the battle cheers? And they're like, well, we're missing some folks. And then I guess Westchester started to give it to him. And then my wife was like, all right, go ahead, let them have it. So
I heard a few of them against Venice. So I think the players here too, and it starts to pump them up. So keep it coming.
Absolutely. Tanisha says, yes, we did love the battle cheers. Absolutely. And that's a part of the game too. Not only is it the football team, you got the cheerleaders doing their thing. You got the parents all up in the crowds yelling, cheers and jeers, and coach do this and players do that. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I try not to, because I hear a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, some of y'all need to calm down. And then
I hear it too. Trust me, I hear it.
And then Rico says, we will know when the Marine League games are finished Friday night. Okay. So, yeah. So we'll know. And usually, here's what happens. I think either this weekend the city will get together and they'll figure out the playoffs and they'll post it. And so I remember last year, like we were waiting just intently, just like, okay, is it posted yet? Is it posted yet? Oh, it's posted. All right, let's go ahead and post it out. So you'll have those folks who are like waiting for those for that notification to come out. And then Tanisha also says, my mom was hoarse Saturday. Absolutely, because she yelled all during the game. So yeah, we're gonna have a fun. Coach, go ahead and we've gone right over an hour. Looks like we have a lot of viewers still. Close us out, man. Give us something. We've already given you your flowers a little bit, and again, we're gonna continue to give your flowers because you helped us win the Western League. We beat Venice, and then we celebrating you because you're the LA Chargers coach of the week for week 9. Close us out, man. Just give us something. Just give us something.
First, I want to say it's been a great season so far, and like I said, since day one, everybody from the whole Pali family has been totally great to me, to my families. It's just I can't be at a better place. To the parents, to the QB club, just everybody, and I want to thank you for having me on and every week and letting me, talk about the game, and appreciate you and everything you bring to the Pally family as well. So thank you. I want to finish this week off and this season, regular season off on a high note. I told the kids, we won league, but let's put a stamp on it on Friday. So, it's going to be a blackout. It's going to be a fun atmosphere, senior night. Let's come out and celebrate. The singers have done an amazing job this season. So, Friday's going to be really nice, and just looking forward to it. And then, of course, preparing for playoffs. So thank you everybody out there for the congratulations and voting. And, my coaching staff is appreciative too. So on behalf of them, thank you. Let's just continue building Pally up.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Let me see if my air horn is still working. There we go. And then to close us out, I believe the last comment, Tanisha, she puts it so very well. She just says, go Pally, like 15 million hearts right there, right? So, Coach Smith, we appreciate you, man. Hang out. We'll come back and chop it up after the show. So, again, hang out in the green room. Thank you for doing what you've done. And we look for continued success. Good luck tomorrow night on the field as we celebrate our seniors. And then, we still got a whole bunch more football to play. So thank you again for joining me tonight.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Yo, guys. That was remarkable, man. That was just super dope to have Coach Smith on. I mean, just celebrating all the way around the world. Being a coach at Pally now, winning Western League, beating Venice, Chargers coach of the week. I mean, just super, super awesome. And so we just appreciate him, not only him, but the rest of the staff. And even, JV team coaches as well. Just a wonderful, wonderful time to celebrate. And so again, appreciate Coach. All right, you guys, that's it. That's all. Just a reminder, if you happen to pop on to the live, as we got started, just want to remind you, and I think we kind of talked about it as well. Senior night tomorrow. One thing we did not clarify, and Coach, you can tell me. I think you can tell me. I'm gonna pop you back on here real quick. Coach, is the game as you're munching? I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So is the game 7:30 tomorrow or 7?
Friday, yeah. 7:30. So we start senior night festivities at 6:45, and then the game will be at 7:30.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Because all right. Appreciate it. Now you can go back in. All right. So yeah. So on the graphic we had shared, I believe we had put 7. Let me see where it is. Here it is. 7 o'clock for a senior night. However, on Friday night, again, my mind's just jumping to the game being tomorrow. On Friday night, our senior night will begin at 7:30, right between the JV and the varsity game. So again, if you're a senior, come on, senior parents, come on out. We're going to honor our seniors. And also, I believe our cheerleaders will be honored as well. So enough has been said. I am done. I'm tired. I'm about to go, you know, eat some food. I need to eat dinner. But again, we appreciate you guys hopping on. And Tony Graham says, thank you, Mr. James. Well, Tony Graham, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you being a part of the Pali football community. And we look forward to seeing everyone this coming Friday at the Stadium by the Sea. Come on through at 4 o'clock to support our JV team. Come on through at 6:30 to support our senior night. And then at 7:30, our seniors will play their final game, their final home game of the season, and then we'll move into playoffs. But yes, this will be game number 10. Stadium by the Sea, 7:30 is the kickoff. All right. So on behalf of Coach Smith, I am Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Pally. Thanks for watching, and good night.